There was this one piece that really intrigued me that was called Haunted Hell. You have like this kind of satanic name, and then the actual landscape is really colorful and sparkly, and even looks like
Yeah.
like a Disney utopia.
It's a ghost story from Japan. A father with his son, they saw like a hot spring, and then the father goes to try the hot spring with his hands, and he feels like really nice when he touched the water. But then when he pulls out his hand, the hand feels just really hot. It's burning, and uh, then because it's burning, he puts his hands in the water again, and then he just feels really nice. Then he just jumps to the water, and then his son just see his father. The whole body is melting, only head floating on the water. So
Wow.
this, yeah, so this is a kind of Buddhist ghost story. And life is like the hot spring that you. There are many things that looks really good and seduce them to enjoy them, but when you're not conscious of them, you're not mindful, you just can't control yourself anymore and go to the hell that you don't want to go because of that. That work is the iceberg is like just melting like super slowly. That's in a speed that you don't even notice. And I suppose it could represent that.
I did think it had something to do with consumerism because it's so artificial and so sparkly and beautiful, but also very plasticky and not real. When you explain it, I
Yeah.
totally understand what you're saying is like this indulgence leads us to a hell. But then I thought it was gonna go in a completely different direction, to be honest. It reminded me, do you know the story of Persephone?
No.
It's an ancient Greek story. And so Persephone, she has like this beautiful life. Everything is perfect in the moment. But she gets taken down by Pluto, which is the god of the underworld. And she goes down to the underworld and she goes down to hell. And she comes out every 6 months, but she comes half of the year she lives in hell and half the year she lives in the world. To me, the way I perceived that story was not necessarily that hell is bad, is that
Mm.
hell is part of life, and going into the underworld is a part of growth and consciousness and opening up your consciousness. um,
Mm.
you see what I mean?
That's very interesting, like so different. I think heaven is created by man because heaven is just always like, many beautiful girls, angels, or there. That's everything man wants. There is no like female version of heaven. I think I like someone says that, people who wants to go to heaven are those people who are living in the hell they created themselves.
For me, let's say, as someone who's not necessarily struggling drastically economically, where I can, like, the hells that I live can partially be the hells that I've created for myself. Whereas then we also have systems that are set up where we create hells for other people, where people don't have freedom and are on survival mode as well. So it's a little, but then again, it's still humanity, and we're still doing it to each other. And I think there's a level of, I don't know, separation that we don't see the other human. That's why we allow it to happen.
Yeah.